Hello, math students. Welcome back to Module 11, Geometry. This is Lesson 12, and it is called Volume. Our goal for today we will practice finding the volume of right prisms. The question that I want to ask you is, how is the volume different than surface area? How is volume different than surface area? Things to remember. Volume is multiplying the length times the width times the height of a three-dimensional figure. So L times W times H, length times width times height. When you find the volume of a prism, you must find the area of the base first. So finding the area of the base would be length times width, and then you multiply it by its height. So a new formula that I want you to use when you are working with finding volume, because now you guys are in 7th grade, you're not in 3rd grade, is I would like you to use volume equals base times height. But I want you to pay very close attention to the fact that this is at a capital B. Whenever you see volume equals base times height with a capital B, what that means is that capital B means that you're finding the area of the base. Area of the base. So you're going to find whatever base it is, you're going to find that area first, and then you're going to multiply it by the height. Okay, so if I have a rectangular prism, then what is the base of this three-dimensional figure? It's a rectangle. If I have a heart prism, right? That's a heart prism. I know it looks kind of funny. But if I have a heart prism, then what is the area of the base? The area of the base is a heart. So the base on this one equals a heart. Okay. The base on this one equals a rectangle. Okay. So in order to do volume at the 7th grade level, you have to find the base of whatever is your three-dimensional figure. You're going to find its area and then multiply it by the height. The height in volume tells you how long the prism is. So this is considered the height. This is considered the height. Okay? All right. So now let's take a look at Try It. Lawrence poured 27.328 liters of water into a right rectangular prism-shaped tank. The base of the tank is a 40 centimeter by 28 centimeter. When he finished pouring the water, the tank was only 2/3 full. What is the volume of the entire tank? I'll give you a hint. 1 liter equals 1,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, so the first thing that we have to know is what is the prism that we're talking about? And the prism that we're talking about is a right rectangular prism. So what that means is we have a right rectangular prism. And so it looks like this. That means that it has 90-degree corners. That's what makes it a right rectangular. So then the prism part makes it look like this. And so you actually have a tank that we're using for his fish, right? So that's a right rectangular prism. Now it says that the base of the tank is a 40 centimeter by 28 centimeters. So from here to here is 40 centimeters, right? And then from here to here, right, is 28 centimeters. And the reason why we know that is because this is the base. Remember, I said base, base. So this right here is the base. So if we remember how to do this, what we are supposed to do is we're supposed to take the big B, which is the area of the base. So we're going to take 28 times 40, right? Because that's how you find the big B. And then we have to multiply it by the height. This is the height. How long is your prism? Okay? But it says Lawrence poured 27 and 328 thousandths of a liter of water into this rectangular, right rectangular prism-shaped tank. The base of the tank is 40 centimeters by 28 centimeters. When he's finished pouring, the tank was 2/3 full. So if we split this into thirds, there's 1, there's 2, okay? And it says that this amount of water that's sitting in here is the red, that's the water, that only fills up 2/3 of the tank. So we want to know what is 3/3 of the tank. Okay? And so what we're trying to figure out is what would be the height. Okay? So if we have 28 times 40, so 28 times 40, 0, 0, placeholder, 32. Regroup the 3, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So now we have 0, 2, 1, and 1. We know that just the base right here is 1,120 centimeters squared. So right here, this amount right here, I'll use a different color so we can see it, just this area right here, okay, equals 1,120 centimeters squared. So we have got to figure out how much is over here, right? So we have to figure out what the height would be. So if we have 1,120 centimeters squared here, then we have to multiply it by a certain number of centimeters, and that would give us 27.328 thousandths liters. And remember, liters is 1,000 centimeters cubed, right? So we have to figure out what would be a whole tank, because that's what the question asks. But we have to figure out how in the world are we going to get from here to here. And remember, this is centimeter. No, this is liters. So 1 liter equals that number, or 1 liter equals that. So we have 27. So actually, let's do that conversion really fast. So we have 1 liter, so liters are up here, to centimeters cubed are down here. So 1 liter equals 1,000 centimeters cubed. And we have 27 and 28 thousandths liters. So you're trying to figure out how many centimeters that would be. So how did we get from here to here? We multiplied it by 27.328. So we have to multiply this by 27.328. So that's not too hard. 27.328 times 1,000, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, and then we have 8, 2, 3, 7, 2, 1, 2, 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we really have. So this is really, I'm going to turn that into a comma, and this is cubed. Does everybody see how I did that? Because I just did some conversion. So now we have 1,120 centimeters squared times another certain amount of centimeters, and we came up with that answer. So how do we get what's missing? Well, boys and girls, it's simple math, right? If you look at it, what number times this? So that means we don't know the number, we just have to divide them. Isn't that true? So now you're going to take 27,328 centimeters cubed divided by 1,120. So let's see. I'm guessing it probably can't go in twice. Well, maybe it can. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. I guess it could. Okay, so 2 times. Now let's subtract. So that's 2. That becomes 6. That's that. 9. 4. Yeah, so far so good. So now we're going to bring down the 8. And now let's see, we could probably do 4 times. So let's see, that's 0, that's 8, that's 4, and that's 4. Subtract again, we get 8. That becomes an 8, that's a 4, that's a 4. Woo! I think we found it, kiddos. I think we did. Bring down a 0. Didn't we just do that answer? So 4, 0, 8, 4, and 4. And you just found the answer. So what is the height? The height is 24.4 centimeters. Okay? Oh, that was pretty easy. Okay, now wait a minute. That's just the height. And so we now know that the base the big B equals 1,120 centimeters squared. The height is 24.4 centimeters. And now it's saying, what is the volume of the entire tank? Oh, how do we find the volume of a tank? Big B times height. Big B times height. Oh, well, that's pretty easy. So all I have to do now is take 1,120 times 24 and 4/10. Okay, so over here, 1,120 times 24 and 4/10. Simple math. 0, 8, 4, 4. Placeholder 0, 8, 4, 4. Placeholder 0, 4, 2, and 2. And now I'm going to add them. So that's 0, that's 8, that's 12. Regroup the 1. 4, 4, and 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Regroup the 1. 2 and 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then we have 2. And we have 1 decimal point. And ta-da! The full tank. Hold on, that's pretty crazy. Did we figure that out? I'm kind of confused. This is going to stump me because I got exactly what we got when this was full. But that's only 2/3 of it. So we need to figure out 1 more third. Oh, so do we have to take 2/3? 2/3 is equal to that. So what would 1/3 be? 2/3 is equal to that. Okay, I want you guys to play with that and see what you can come up with. I think I'm just going around in circles. So I did find the volume of just the 2/3. So you guys have got to figure out what is the missing third. Okay, so I want you to play with that. And let's talk about it when we get into class together. See what your brain is thinking instead of me doing all the math. So you're trying to figure out the light blue and then add it to the red because we're trying to find the entire tank. And I just totally spun my wheels. That's crazy. Totally spun my wheels. Okay, going back. Today we will practice finding the volume of right prisms. I kind of gave you a whole bunch of stuff to think about and to practice. How is the volume different than surface area? The volume is telling us the amount of space inside, not the amount of space on the outside. The volume is telling us the space inside, the whole thing. All right, so valuable things to remember in 7th grade. From here on out, whenever you're doing volume, you take big B times H. And big B just means the area of the base, so the length and the width, and then times the height. Okay? All right, kiddos, that's all I have for you today. Talk to you soon. Have fun figuring out that light green and adding it to the red. Talk to you soon. Bye.